Morning, happy Sabbath. Thank you for bearing with me, having a little technical difficulties, but going to move forward anyway. I know I'm grateful to be here today. With the storms that passed through, I believe the majority of the folk that I know were spared a lot of damage. Um, some roads covered with water, a few branches in the yard. Other than that, I thank God for being here and everything, at least in my circle, was okay. And I hope it was the same for everyone else. But we still pray for those who were left in devastation and also for our young people who are in Gillette experiencing the storms. I know my niece and her mom are there. My niece and my sister-in-law are there. And they're like me, so I know they'll be glad when they get home. Because mud and tents is not their cup of tea, but I'm thankful that they are having the experience. I'm also grateful that the Lord is protecting them while they're there. Let us go ahead and bow our heads for prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, today we stand before you with open hearts and minds, ready for the message that you will share with us today. And we pray, dear Father, that all that is said and done will be pleasing in your sight. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, today's lesson is entitled Inside Out. Sometimes in school, we have little special days of the week where the kids can dress up, and one of the days that they particularly like is, Inside Out Day. And so they get to wear their pants inside out, their shirts inside out, hats, whatever they can come up with. They put it on backwards. I say backwards or inside out. But this particular lesson is not so much in a humoristic sense. It's a very serious message that Jesus was trying to get over to not only to the Pharisees, but his disciples and us as well. The text that we are going to begin with is found in Mark chapter 7 and verse 15. Will someone find that for me, please, and read it?
There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you for coming to the microphone. Okay, thank you.
There is nothing from without a man entering into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man.
Thank you. And I'm going to read it from the Clear Word version. It says from Matthew 7, verse 15, nothing on the outside of a person can morally defile him. It's what comes out of him that hurts him, not what goes in. And so this is our anchor text for today's lesson. Does anyone have a thought of how this scripture speaks to you before we jump into the rest of the study? Go ahead, ma'am.
To me, and my understanding is that I heard a pastor once it's like.
We hear that here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm at the mic. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's like if, like God said, don't have caffeine, or don't eat pork. Is not, even though it is bad for you, it's not so much that you thought to, that you actually, you think to like do it, but you decide to go ahead and do it. Like, it was in your mind, it was in your heart, I'm going to do this. But if you eat something, it's going through the body, it's going into the stomach. So that doesn't defile you. It's what's in your heart. It's your reasoning behind doing stuff that defiles you.
In this particular case, Jesus wasn't talking so much about food, but more or less what was related to our character. Because if you think about it, I don't want to be so crass, but what you eat gets digested, and whatever the body doesn't absorb becomes waste. And in the waste, well, it comes out, you know, and that's not something you want around. That's why it goes away. But it's more important to focus on what we are saying and what we're doing in our character that is the stress point here. Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone, in sanctuary as well as online. You know, the Bible tells us that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So you know, so in the mouth, in our lesson it tells us the evil things that come out of the evil heart, and also in the Bible tells us the good things that come out of what a righteous heart.
Yes, yes. So there are some points that I want us to remember. Jesus, as we think about this lesson, the priority of Jesus at this point in time was that faith and sincerity outweigh religious rituals and traditions. The next one is, we're moving to, with the woman, the Syrophoenician woman, is that Jesus' encounter with the woman from Tyre and Sidon showcases the power of faith in Jesus' miracles, as well as his opportunity to witness about inclusivity and against racial disparity. The next one is, in this lesson, is that Jesus criticizes the Pharisees for valuing human traditions over God's commandments. And then the healing of a deaf man by Jesus demonstrates his ability to restore and recreate. And then finally, understanding Jesus' teaching and mission is crucial for his disciples. So those are the points that I thought were the ones I found to be important. So we're going to look at human traditions versus God's commands. I have something I want you to listen to. I don't know if we'll be able to play it, but let's listen to it. Okay.
Welcome to the Antioch Bethlehem congregation for our discussion of how to wash our hands for bread.
Okay, let me pause it for just a minute.
Bread.
Just listen to a few moments of this, please.
Bethlehem congregation for our discussion of how to wash our hands for bread. If a person's going to be having bread, then they need to wash their hands. Now, if they're having less than an egg's worth, in other words, if you're having less than, let's say, 2 pieces of bread, you should probably wash without a bracha. If you're having, if you're going to wash, and you're going to make a bracha, then you should have a significant amount of bread, as in eggs worth of bread. If your ring has a stone in it, then you definitely need to remove it.
Okay, so what he's saying, this goes into the part where the Pharisees observe the disciples eating. And they're like, wait a minute, how are you going to let your guys eat and they haven't even washed their hands? And this guy is going through, I went and found, because I was like, what is it about the washing of the hands? And this gentleman goes through several steps of how to wash your hands before you eat. It's a ritual. His explanation takes 4 minutes and 27 seconds. And he's talking while he's doing it. So I'm going, that's a lot. And I'm going to let you listen to maybe about 30 more seconds, and you're going to listen to him, and he's explaining and what you should do, how you should hold your hand, where the cup should be, and all this kind of thing before you can even actually sit down and eat. So here we go.
Now, as we demonstrate, I will be talking. Of course, usually you don't talk when you wash your hands. It's particularly important not to talk from the time you begin the washing until the blessing is made. Never do we interrupt between a mitzvah and its blessing. Let's say you blow the shofar, and then you make a bracha before the blowing of shofar. You never interrupt in between those two things. Afterwards, it's also important not to interrupt between the washing and the eating bread. But that's actually less significant. The main thing is not to interrupt between the washing and the making of the blessing. Should you interrupt at that point, that could be a serious problem. If by mistake you talk after you wash your hands, as long as you haven't totally removed your mind from the idea of washing and remaining pure, then you do not need to recite the blessing again.
So if you make a mistake and talk while you're getting ready to wash your hands, now you're no longer pure. I guess you have to start over, so you can't eat. And this is kind of, I believe, what Jesus was trying to touch on. So Mark 7, 1 through 13. That goes into the story I just shared with you. I want to ask this question. Is it possible that our traditions as our current church, do they conflict with the principles of God's law? Think about the traditions that you are aware of. And do you see anywhere where they conflict, or however you pronounce it, conflict, if there's a conflict between the traditions and God's law? Now you got to figure out, okay, so what's a tradition? You have a custom, and once you do that custom for a very, very long time, it then becomes a tradition because that's what you do. And it just becomes a part of the fabric of the people around you in that particular culture. I'm not trying to start anything, but I just want you to think. Do some of our traditions overstep the principles of God's law? I'll come up with one. Nobody wants to say anything. There were a lot of things that went on when I was growing up. I grew up Adventist that I couldn't understand. They had a scripture for it, but it just didn't make sense to me. One of them was, and a lot of them were always targeted towards women, so that's another subject. So where I grew up, you did not come in through the door of the sanctuary unless your head was covered. So growing up, being a little sister, that's what they called the junior deaconesses then, they put this little doily on top of our heads. I could not stand that thing. My grandmother had doilies on her dressers, and essentially that's what they put on our head. But they called it a prayer cap, a prayer cap. Now, if you didn't have it on your head, you couldn't come in. Of course, I was a pastor's kid, so God forbid I don't come in with the thing on my head. It was just a big deal. I could not, for the life of me, and I still don't, figure out why that was such a major issue. I mean, it was major. So one day, my mother's getting ready for church. I'm already fuming because I got to put that little white thing on top of my head, not in a particular good mood. So she's getting ready. She puts on her wig, on her hair, okay? She had a full head of hair. Puts her wig on her hair. Then she's going, where's my hat? I got to cover my head. You know what I said, right? What you need the hat for? Your head's already covered. You got on a wig. Girl, if you don't get out of here. That was a tradition that I grew up with. I know where the scripture came from. I also know the historical background about it. But it became something that was ingrained in the church that I grew up with that really became a thorn for a lot of the girls that were growing up with us. Well, we were teenagers. I wanted to look cute. I didn't want to walk around with a doily on top of my head. I still don't. But that was one of the things that, in my opinion, I felt that particular generation pushed at us as far as looking the part versus living the part. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, our church had a problem with that because I was in the Seventh-day Baptist church. Some of the men in the church wanted the women to have their head covered. And I asked them, if you put a piece of cloth on your head, that's not completely covered. So what is the purpose? And they could not come up with anything different. I said, go back and read the scripture.
I'm not trying to open up a can of worms. I'm just saying, for me growing up, that was something that was stressed. Now, it does say a woman's hair is her glory and it should be covered. But there were traditions back then that were applicable to that statement. During that time, women didn't even sit in the same room with men, or let alone on the same side. There were a lot of things there, but we'll go ahead. But I'm just bringing that up because there's Preparation Day, which is a tradition. There's dietary restrictions, which we look at. We have the order of service for the church that, oh, for heaven's sakes, don't deviate. And then another favorite of mine growing up was Week of Prayer. We read this little pamphlet, read it. Oh my God, it was painful to have to sit there and hear someone read a pamphlet without giving you a shared experience of what the message was about. But that's just my perspective. Go ahead.
Two traditions I remember as a child, and this is before I came into the Adventist church. And I never understood why it was a sin for a woman to wear red in church, a red dress. It was considered the devil's color.
I'll take the doily, that's okay.
The other tradition, when we came in and the minister was invited over, the tradition was you did not touch your food until the minister ate.
Well, my dad was the minister, so.
But that was one of the traditions.
I get it, though,
of our
yeah.
church. And I never understood, how can you let your children sit around the table hungry? And he
watch
gallops everything while they watching me, and then you ate whatever was left over. Traditions of men. And I'm glad they don't do it today, but that red is the one that got me. I never understood what was
know
wrong
why.
with the lady wearing a red dress, period.
I don't know. And the question becomes is, do these rituals that we either do now or grew up with, or whatever the case, do they draw us closer to God? And are people drawn to Christ through your rituals? Yes, sir.
But I think the whole thing is what you said earlier, is traditions. What they were doing is they instituted something that God didn't.
That's right.
So by the time Jesus come on the scene, I don't remember the numbers, over 200 something different, like on a Sabbath day, you couldn't walk a certain, all this stuff was added. Jesus just came to edify or to show them. Because I hope everybody read the text, because it talks about Isaiah, say, these people draw nigh to me. And my thing done went dead on me. You know, but I think the whole thing is that he's trying to tell them, and let me just read this real quick. And he answered and said unto them, well has Elias prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, the people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching the doctrine, the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandments of God, see, ye hold the tradition of men as washing of pots, cups, and many other things. So right now Jesus is telling them, traditions don't save you.
No.
All that stuff like red dress and pastor eating is just man-made stuff. That stuff has no, so Jesus came to edify, and we'll get in it later on, what the main point of this. And it has nothing about the dietary thing. That's a health issue. And let me just say this before we get to it. Even when the Pharisees talk about washing hands, actually that's an important thing today. Because when you go outside and work, you come from outside, the first thing you want to do is do what?
Wash your hands.
Why?
Germs.
Because of germs, right? So it has its place, but they were taking it to the limit with something
Right.
that they created, and that's what you got to be careful when you study the Bible. The Levitical priesthood, the book of the law, was nailed to the cross. It has no salvation in it.
What the Pharisees were doing, they were making it a burden. It was a burden
Yes.
to be a Christian or to be a Jew. And that 4 minutes and 37 seconds of this gentleman talking about washing the hands, I became overwhelmed. Because I just said, I just won't wash my hands. Then he didn't even use soap. You know, I'm like, goodness, go ahead.
Tradition. When I think I read, and I stand to be corrected, one thing that Jesus also brought out, when we have our parents, we ought to honor them. But the scribes and Pharisees took it wrong. They felt you give to God and give to them that they may use the gift as they please. So to me, they were using God as a means to get their gifts. When God is saying, but if your parent is in need, you take care of that elderly parent. Because in taking care of that elderly parent, you are giving to God. But what did they say? Well, I gave it to the temple. I gave it to the Lord. But according to this, and help me because I might be misquoting it.
But they just tried to negate the fifth commandment.
And if you didn't do it according to what they said, then you were a sinner. That's it, the Corbin, the priest. And therefore, we do, and I have to bring this out. In some churches, people will go lacking to give their minister everything. It bothers me when I see some first ladies walking around looking expensively well, and yet you have a saint that can't even pay their light bill. I'm not saying we don't take care of each other. I'm not saying that we don't take care of our ministers. But when we put them on a pedestal above God, God's not pleased.
Well, you know,
Somebody help me with that, because I don't get it.
It's tradition.
it is a tradition, but I am glad.
There's no scripture to support.
No. And I will say I am very glad that our organization has a system in place to take care of our pastors. So we don't have to wait to eat when they come over for dinner. And we don't have to worry about giving all of our funds and lifting offering after offering after offering to support a pastor. But we, as an organization, have a business model that supports them. I have a scenario here, and then I'll let you go ahead. You want? Okay.
No, I'm just going to read real quick. Jesus said in verse 13, making the word of God of none effect through your tradition. There we go again, which ye have delivered, and many such like do ye. So there's many other traditions that there, but we just need to get the heart of what this lesson is talking about, because he's talking about those things that what really defiles you.
Right.
That is important. The devil want us to sit here and argue over food when the most important thing was those 12, I think it was 12 things that he said that defiles a person.
It is the devil's opportunity to get us to major in the minors. So those things that are not really important, let's pump that up and make it seem as though it's important. And people fall out over some of these, well, I'm going to keep saying it, rituals and traditions. So, Sister Williams, you touched on something. I'm going to read that after. Go ahead, sir.
I just want to say this about traditions and things. The Pharisees, they took their traditions to be authoritative and binding, and they want to try to equate those with God's commandments. So here's the point I want to ask this morning. Think, what about our day and time when it comes down to cultural, these cultural components here, or cultural elements here? So we talk about traditions, yes, but what about the cultural aspect too? Do some of those interfere with God's law?
Ask your question again.
I say, we talk about traditions, but I don't think we should forget cultural, a lot of cultural, some of these cultural things that we may see, here or there in this world. So some of them may put a question mark relative to God's law as well. So I think we should sort of keep some cultural thing in mind as well. We talk about traditions as well here too. Don't just focus our attention just on traditions. Here, we work from the standpoint of God's word. What we see culturally happening in this world, are they affecting us if they go against the principles of God's word?
Well, we have a culture manifesting itself right now in the world that is, in my opinion, trying to take us backwards and is definitely against the Word of God. And it will. Yes. 10 of them. 10 of them that'll help you get through this. Right. So I had a couple of scenarios. Here's one. And these are based on real events, not necessarily true, but based on, okay. So in a community, it is a long-standing tradition to observe a strict fasting period. During this time, people are expected to abstain from eating or drinking anything from sunrise to sunset. However, one day a neighbor falls ill and needs immediate care, including food and water to regain strength. Some members of the community argue that helping the sick person would break the fast and dishonor the tradition. Y'all feed me, okay, if I get sick. All right.
But that kind of reminds me of the story you said on that Sabbath. Remember you said your brothers, they had to, come on in and, no, you render. Jesus says it's good to do good on the Sabbath. So that's a good example.
And this one touching on the money. It says, in a church, there is a tradition that encourages members to donate a significant portion of their income as a special offering to the church. This tradition is highly esteemed and seen as a way to gain favor and blessings. However, a member of the congregation is struggling to support their aging parent who requires financial assistance for medical care and basic needs. The person is torn between adhering to the tradition of making a large offering and fulfilling God's command to honor and care for their parents. So you see, sometimes these things can get a little extreme. So we move on to, unless there's any comments, we're going to skip on over to Monday. Clean hands or a clean heart? Which is more important? I'm sorry. I have my picture here. It says dirty hands, dirty heart, right? You can have both. You can have dirty hands and a dirty heart. But you guys have answered the question. The one that's most important is to have a clean heart. How so? What do we see from this lesson that points to the concept of clean hands, clean heart? And that's coming from Mark 7:14 through 19. We can have somebody read it. I think I have it here.
There's nothing that tempts a man from the outside which can defile him.
Mike.
There's nothing that enters a man from the outside which can defile him, but things which come out of him that defile a man. If we feed our mind trash and filth comes out the mind. That was just my 2 cents.
Okay.
So in other words, what I take from that is Jesus is not necessarily speaking of food, but he's talking about things. If I feed my mind, let me just put it this way. If I feed my mind pornography is coming out of me because it's being controlled by Satan. If I feed gossip in my mind, gossip is coming out of me because it's being controlled by Satan. Paul said to think on whatsoever is pure, lovely, of a good report. So whatever we feed ourselves, whatever we watch, whatever we say, how we say it, like you said, it can be good or it can be bad. If I feed on the word of God, God will produce fruit in me if that's what I desire. But we have to decide what we want. I think I'm saying it right.
Sound right to you all?
Whatever I feed is what I get. Just like our children. If we feed them the right things as they grow up, they may turn away. But if we keep praying, chances are they're going to come back. We feed them and leave the result into God's hand to take care of them. We love and support each other. That's what it's all about.
I do believe there's a scripture that says, and I cannot quote it verbatim, it says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Go ahead,
I'm
Elder.
gonna be the bad guy here.
Okay.
When you read this text, he is talking about food. Because what you think enters the stomach, it's a health issue, but it doesn't defile the person. That's what the point is. Jesus said, if he says something that enters the belly, what do you think he's talking about? He's talking about food. But we still follow the principle. If you go to 1 Timothy chapter 4, it said the things that God perceives to be received. So in order for me to find out what is good to eat, what do? I go back to Leviticus. And Leviticus outlines what is good and what is unclean. It's a health issue. We got to be careful. We beat up our first day brothers about worshiping and stuff. We need to make sure we stay to the scripture. Because Jesus is trying to tell them the whole text anyway is on traditions. The whole subject is really on tradition, not necessarily these are Jews. They're not going to eat anything unclean. Same thing with Peter when Peter had his vision, if y'all remember. Peter, way after Jesus went to heaven, Peter said, I've never eaten anything common or unclean. So it still is prevalent for the Jews. But he's trying to get them to say something better, which is, though we'll get to those things. That's the important part of it. It's a health issue. Just like not washing your hands is a health issue. You know, even though the Pharisees said that, but it was still their tradition. But today, if you don't wash your hands, you possibly could get sick. But it's the same thing. What you put in you could cause you to be harmed, sick too. And the question is it a salvation issue?
I stand corrected. Food goes into us.
Comes out.
And it comes out.
Yes, it will.
But evil, and that's what Jesus was trying to get the scribes and Pharisees to see. You speak one language, but you do totally opposite of what you tell the people. You have all these ills against people. They do not follow your tradition. So what if they don't wash their hands? If they have a good heart, I can help them wash their hands. But if they have an evil heart, they have got to be willing to want to be changed. And the lesson says, he notes that evil comes from inside the heart, talking about the mind, from the center of who a person is.
Okay.
He presents a list of vices that start from evil thoughts and then end in evil actions. So again, if I feed my mind evil stuff, my actions are going to begin to produce evil fruit. But if I stay in the Word of God and ask God to help me and to understand the Word, then good fruit will come out of me as a result. But we've got to stay connected to Jesus. And I think a lot of times we forget. We all make mistakes. But when we use our judgmental attitudes to justify what we do as being right, that's evil. That to me is evil. Do we do it to satisfy God, or are we doing it, as the elder said earlier, to satisfy the tradition of mankind?
What is your motive? We have a hand in Zoom, then
Okay.
Elder Arrington, and then over here. Zoom? Is there a comment in Zoom?
Yes. Not only what are we talking about food and tradition, but we also talking about tradition of being friendly and being neighborly to our neighbors. The Pharisees thought that the Gentile was unclean because of they wasn't of the Jewish descent. But the thing is, you know, they even thought that even if they came in contact with a Gentile, that they were unclean. And that's absolutely, even today, in society, you know, just like Brother Arrington was saying, sometimes we hark on the first day folks, but we doing some of the same thing that they are doing. And so, and we think that we are much better than they are, we are not.
No, we're not. And in some cases, I think we're worse because we're helped. Again, this is my opinion, sometimes we can be worse because, to me, I think that we are held more accountable for what we know. You know, the truth that we have come into knowing. And then when we are exclusive towards certain faiths or certain races or certain thought processes to the point where we are no longer Christ-like, that's a problem. It really is. And we're not going to make it to the kingdom like that. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just pray, I hope we just, let's take what Jesus said. Jesus, and I'm going to skip this because I don't know if it says, and he said, that which cometh out of a man, that defiles the man. And here's the key, for within, out of the heart of men proceeded. This is what we need to get right in the church today. See, the Pharisees so concerned about washing hands and before you eat and all that. Jesus tells what the problem, and this problem is still prevalent today in 2024. It says, proceed evil thoughts. Do we have evil thoughts in our personal lives, in our church, at our jobs? Adultery, fornication, murder, theft, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, and foolishness. For all these things come from where? Within, and that's what defiles a man. That's what we need to get clean from each and every one of us, is these things that that Jesus said.
Thank you for bringing that out. I was trying to give everybody a chance to comment. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
Okay, both situations need not to be either or. What we saw that Jesus was doing, he was using something that was dear to them to bring across a spiritual message. We see that all the while in the Bible. In the term when he said, a sower went forth to sow, he was among farmers. He used things that they can identify with. He was not in any way negating the fact that you need to be physically clean. It was not in any way negating the fact that you need to eat right. But he was using something that they held dear to bring across a spiritual message, and I would dare not say a deeper, but a spiritual message. We saw that the prophet did that to David. When David sinned with Bathsheba, he wasn't seeing it. But when the prophet brought it in the perspective that he understood, he said a man had one sheep. David was a humanitarian. And once he said that, he said, this man must die. Then you realize that, whoa, you are the man. So now when he's seeing it in that position, he understood clearly what he was doing, or the sinfulness or the depth of what he was doing. Christ sought to use the same parallelism as is all over in the Hebrew word, to use one thing to bring across another, not necessarily to oppose it, but to bring light to.
Exactly. I think we're all saying the same thing. Are we all hearts and mind clear? Okay. Oh, another comment in Zoom. And then I want us to reflect on the bottom question under Monday. Go ahead in Zoom.
I want to point out that the Pharisees had, if I remember correctly, it was 613 laws that they had to follow, that they made from the commandments. And it would cover almost anything you could think of. There was a law that they said you have to do it like this, you have to do it like that. And when you realize just how much they were trying to pinpoint to righteousness, it takes you right away from righteousness. It makes you come God unto yourself. So I just wanted to point that out.
Thank you. So the last sentence of under Monday, it says, Jesus stands as a defender of the law of God throughout this passage. So he's not negating his own word, but he is indeed trying to point out that you've made like 613 rules, really? You've made it a burden, and you let that stand higher, what you have come up with, than what God has. I mean, God's pretty self-explanatory. You brought it out. He gave us 10, which encompasses how we live morally, spiritually, everything. And man comes up with, you need a rule for this, and you need a rule for that, and then you end up with 613 rules that nobody can remember. You don't even know why we're doing it anymore.
It's so crazy, because if y'all remember, Jesus heals the man, and the first thing they saying is it's unlawful to carry your bed. When they should have been glorifying God for the healing. The disciples walking through the grain field. Oh, it's unlawful to eat on it. So he reminds.
And that's what they did.
Yeah, what David did with the holy bread. What he did was unlawful. So Jesus was trying to, it's like you said earlier, my house on fire. Oh, it's the Sabbath. Let me wait till after the sun set to call the fire department. Or I see somebody on the side of the street with the broken, their car is down. Well, I'll be back after the sunset. Just hold fast.
Yeah.
Instead, Jesus said it's good to do good on the Sabbath.
It is, yeah. So the last question is, you might have the right theology, but who fully and ultimately has your heart? And I know there are some instances where people will use these rules to control people. To keep an account of what's going on and that kind of thing. So we see the challenge of Mark 7, 14 to 23, and that leads us into another challenge that Christ was trying to present. And that's where the Syrophoenician woman came up to him. There were a whole lot of things. First of all, Jesus was trying to leave. I need some rest, okay? I'm trying to walk away and be quiet. Don't tell anybody I'm here. And that tells you about the ministry of Christ right there.
They couldn't hide.
You can't hide. Jesus is here. And this woman with a devil-possessed child heard about him. Is she a Jew? No. She's a Gentile. She is considered unclean. So here's the thing, and I used my imagination. Jesus is probably sitting down somewhere trying to meditate, and here she comes barreling through somebody's door and lays hold on him. That's a no-no too. First you're a Gentile, you touched a Jew, and you're a woman that's a Gentile that touched a Jew, a male Jew. I mean, a whole lot could have gone wrong in that scenario. But look at how Jesus approached that. Did he really? Let's just read it. Mark 7, 24 through 30. It says, Then Jesus left with his disciples and headed northwest to the region of Tyre and Sidon. While there, he was invited to one of the homes. He was hoping to have a little peace and quiet, but word got around that he was there and people started coming. A woman whose daughter was devil-possessed heard where Jesus was and came and knelt at his feet asking for help. She was Greek, born in Phoenicia and Syria. She begged Jesus to cast out the demons who were tormenting her daughter. Then Jesus, demonstrating to the disciples their own prejudice toward non-Jews, turned to her and said, "It isn't right to take the children's food from the table and feed it to the family dogs. God's healing power is reserved for his children," meaning the Jews. But the woman answered, "That's true, Lord, but even dogs are given the leftovers after the children have eaten." And Jesus responded, "Because of your faith, go in peace. Your daughter is healed." When the woman reached home, she found her daughter completely free from the control of demons. This is the clear word. This is the clear word. I'm sorry, I should have announced it before. This was the clear word. Yes, Sister Williams.
I did a little bit of research on this Syrophoenician woman. This woman was not only a Greek, but she was a Christian. But to the Jews, you're a Gentile. She was desperate for her child to be healed. She knew that this man had the power to do it. So, and I'm sure a lot of us, you insult me by saying even the dogs, did you call him a child a dog? But he was trying to teach you and I a lesson here. In spite of what Jesus said to her, she pressed into him anyway. I need you to save my sick child. Mm-hmm. And in so doing, and this is just something I wrote, the crumbs under the table represented her sitting at the feet of Jesus. Lord, let me take in as much as I can. They may not want me in the church because I'm not a Jew, but I need you right now to heal my child. And I know you're able to do that. And what does Jesus tell her? Thy faith has made you whole. Sometimes we got to press into Jesus even when we have to go through the insults.
And, I'm sorry, you finished?
And the last thing I want to say is this. Even though she was not a Jew, she was a strong, devout Christian who believed that Jesus had the power to heal her child. And because she believed that, God did it. She refused to doubt. No matter what he said, I'm not doubting you.
Thank you.
And Jesus healed her child. And I am going to say this. Sometimes we need to leave people alone and let them press into God. Because Jesus knows what we need when we need it. But so often, because I don't look like you, or you don't sing like me, I put no. If Jesus said come, we should let him come. Because at the end of the day, all this woman was concerned about, call me what you want, but I'll just take the crumbs of your blessings. Just heal my child. And Jesus did it because of her faith.
In this scenario, and I'll come to you, the lesson here was for the disciples. And what is said to me, we're all God's disciples, but Jesus needed, he knew he was on a short timeline. This is my thinking. I don't think this is based in theology. He only had a few years, okay? I got to get this through to my men so that they will be able to take this ministry beyond the Jews. This isn't just for you guys. This is for the whole world. The other thing was faith and humility. So you have a woman exhibiting faith in just a little bit of your blessing, Lord. And then just think, if she got just a crumb, if Jesus saying from where he was standing, your baby's healed, what would she have received if she had gotten a whole loaf of bread? And then the other thing is, Jesus at that point in time was breaking these cultural barriers. Okay? When we all stand at the feet of the cross, everybody on your knees, it's equal right there. And then when you go to heaven, I know I'm going to look around for several of my friends from different places in the world with different cultures and backgrounds. It's not just going to be someone that looks like me. And it's not going to be someone that went to church on the same day that I went on. It's going to be a whole lot of people. And this message is to get us past that. Finally, we have a demonstration of grace, which a lot of us need to start learning how to do. You can only do that if there's something in your heart to give. And then children and dogs versus Jews and Gentiles. That, I was walking in my neighborhood the other day,
Okay.
and this lady was pushing a stroller. You know what I thought was in the stroller, right? It was a dog. I said, really? And he's looking at me like, sucks to be you, doesn't it? I'm like, really? Gosh. And then the other thing is that Jesus' message is universal. It's for everyone, regardless of who we are. He died for all of us. Jews, Gentiles, Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, Hebrews, Greeks, you name, Buddhists, everybody. He came for us all. I'm sorry, I took too long. Okay, good.
Come on, young lady.
She needs the mic. She needs
Oh,
the
okay,
mic.
I'm sorry. I will bring it to you. Please forgive me. You know, I used to ride a tricycle to school.
I was just gonna, I looked at it from this posit. When you read that scripture, he says, first, he said, you feed the people first before the dogs. He never excluded her. He said first, which to me led me to believe that they go first, but you're still included.
And that brings out, I think it's Peter, Paul, help me, theologian, where it says, "Unto the Jews first,
But
and then to the Gentiles," and I believe maybe he was trying to speak to that.
yeah, I know often when you study everybody's concert, I'm sorry, I gotta go to Matthew. Matthew explains it better than Mark. Listen to this. He said, but he answered it, where it says, "Behold, a woman of Cana came that region and cried out, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, son of David." And evidently she knew about Jesus because he called him the son of David. "My daughter is severely demon-possessed." But he answered not a word. Now here's the lesson. And the disciples came and urged him, saying, "Send her away, for she cries out after us." She actually crying out after Jesus, not them. And then it said, but he answered not a word. And his disciple, I already said that, but it said, but he answered and said, "I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." That means they were still under the 70-week prophecy. Because you remember Jesus sent them out and said, "Don't go to only the house of Israel." Then he says, but this is how persistent she was. She said, then she came and worshiped him, saying, "Lord, help me." But he answered and said, "It is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the little dogs." And she said, Lord, even if the little dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their master's table." Then Jesus answered and said to her, "O woman, great is your faith. Let it be as you desire." And her daughter was healed that very hour. You see how the disciples were showing, "Send her away, get her away." That's an example to us. We need to help anybody we have the ability to help. You know, that's the thing that I love how Matthew puts it. Even on Mark, we're studying Mark, but Matthew breaks it down a little bit better.
May I add this? Jesus telling you and I have come to the lost sheep. I have come to the Jews who think they have it going on and they do not. This woman was so desperate that Jesus saw that, not only her possessed daughter being healed, but something that struck me odd. I take care of the Jews. Yes, they're my chosen people. But Jesus, she let him know, "I'm your child too. I may not be a Jew, but I am your child, and I need you to heal me. No, I need you to heal my daughter." And Jesus did it. But so often we put the cart before the horse. And I'm going to use myself as an example. When I first came into this church, this is all I heard. You can't eat this, you can't eat that. You can't do this, you can't do that. What was the love? What Jesus was trying to show his disciples. You take care of people's needs. And when you do that, as the elder said, that love is going to shine forth. But we get so caught up in our traditional cliques where we're comfortable. And what Jesus was trying to do is show his disciples. And I think you said it earlier. I want you to take what I'm giving you and feed on it. Because I'm not going to be with you long. And you're going to have to be able to go out and spread this gospel of the kingdom. But before I can let you do that, I have to work on you first. I have to work on the house of Israel first. And then you can go out and take this word. But there are people that already, like that Syrophoenician woman who knew of Jesus. She knew Jesus. She was a Christian in the research I did. All she was desperate for is for him to heal her child. She could care less what people said. Heal my child. And in the process of healing my child, help me to glorify and exalt you in all that I do.
The hour is late. Go ahead, come on. I was going to do a comment, but I want to ask this question while he's coming forward. We've discussed this. Who do you believe received the greater blessing? The mother? The daughter? Or the disciples? Go ahead.
It's hard to say with those disciples. They still hadn't overcome.
Oh, they got hungry and forgot again. But anyway.
They still were struggling.
Go ahead.
Oh, but what I want to say though, Jesus went to that region, Phoenicia region, primarily specifically for this lady's condition. He knew about her before he even got there. He knew about her. And that's the reason why he made the journey. He made it there for one reason, to relieve the woman. And second, like everyone's been saying, that Christ went there to set an example for the work of the mercy of souls that his disciples have to carry out later on. He was setting them an example and teaching them a lesson of what they must do. Because, the disciples and things, they had struggled overcoming just this Jewish mentality here, that they were prejudiced against non-Jews. The Gentiles, they were prejudiced against them. So they still were struggling. Even here, they still had some struggle here and things. So Jesus was teaching them a lesson too, that the gospel must go to Gentiles as well. And you, my primary 12, that's going to be doing that after I leave. And so he was teaching them that lesson and thing there as well. But there's another reason too as to why Jesus went to this area and healed a lady. And this reason was that, and this was the reason, not alone for the afflicted woman, nor even for his disciples and those who received their labors was the work accomplished, but also John 20:21 tells us that ye might believe that Jesus is the Christ,